Today is the 5th of January 2020, and let us get into the stories that made the headlines today. Discord over school fees hikes. So discord has emerged between the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education and schools ahead of the first term opening next week, with the former maintaining no school has applied for an upward review of fees, while associations insinuate authorities are sitting on their request. And also a welfare scheme has been launched, and 1 million pupils to benefit under BEAM. More cash, better health services for the poor. Zimbabweans will enjoy expanded social protection in 2020, with 1 million students receiving free education under the Basic Education Assistance Module, BEAM, while food aid, health assistance, and cash transfers to vulnerable families will also be enhanced. And Zinara disburses $173 million. The Zinara Zimbabwe National Road Administration has disbursed $173 million to road authorities in 2019 as government doubled efforts to provide an efficient transport system befitting an upper middle economy by 2030. And Nelson Chamisa pleaded for U.S. invasion of Zimbabwe. So between July 2004 and 2007, Chamisa, the now president of the Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, MDC Alliance, is reported to have begged the US government to invade Zimbabwe with special forces and topple the ZANU-PF-led government. No massive university fees hikes. That is what the government has said. The government has assured parents and students in higher learning institutions that it will not approve massive fees increases during a review process scheduled for this month. So while the academic institutions have made proposals ranging from 9,000 to 16,000 for various levels of degrees per semester, higher and tertiary education, innovation, science and technology development minister Professor Amon Muruira maintained the fees would be pegged at sensible levels. Dry spell a threat to economy. So climate proofing agriculture a must step. 3% growth will be hard to achieve. So the current dry spell characterizing this farming season could skew Treasury's projections of a 5% growth in the agricultural sector, and the $165 million fiscal buffer set aside in the 2020 national budget might not be enough to mitigate the effects of the impending drought. So Zimbabwe has in the past had about one drought in every 10 years and about one mild drought in every 3 years, thus hampering sustained economic development. And the government pledges improved power supplies for agriculture. The government is working towards ensuring improved power supplies in farming areas to save crops under irrigation and ensure national food security. The measures put in place by the Ministries of Lands, Agriculture, Water and Rural Settlement, and Energy and Power Development will see farming communities getting priority in electricity allocation. And also, President Edi Mnangagwa first campaign on removal of illegal waste dumps. President Edi Mnangagwa yesterday led the first cleanup campaign for 2020 at Kwazana 2 shopping center in Harare, with this year's focus being on the removal of illegal waste dumps in residential areas nationwide. And holiday accidents death toll drops. A total of 111 people died while 503 were injured in 1,406 road accidents that were recorded between December 15 last year and this week. So in a statement yesterday, National Police spokesperson Assistant Commissioner Paul Nyati said the country recorded a decrease in road accidents and death compared to the same period last year. And also, traders reject Zimbabwe dollar. While the government remains adamant on the use of local currency, signals on the ground, the Zimbabwe dollar is not popular among traders, including those in rural areas. So the Standard Business visited Chipinge over the just-ended holidays and observed that most shop owners and individuals in this part of the country, is generally the case everywhere else around the country, preferred trading in the South African rand or the United States dollar. And also, Zimbabwe is now firmly embedded in hyperinflation as stock exchange listed companies have begun to implement IAS 29, a hyperinflation financial reporting standard reflecting the true financial position of companies by way of recording inflation adjusted figures. And also, Grace Mugabe's flagship school collapses. Former First Lady Grace Mugabe's business empire continues to crumble after reports of the mass exodus of students, teachers, and parents from her flagship schools, citing a wide array of problems from ill treatment to poor working conditions. And in other news, Madzibaba Masango visits UK. Prominent cleric Madzibaba Strive Masango of the Johann Masowe Kubata Kweva Apostolic Church, who is famed for his back to sender mantra, is currently visiting the United Kingdom. In an interview with the Standard Style before his departure last Thursday, Madzibaba Masango said he would be conducting healing and deliverance services in Leicester from January 2011. And the race for Warriors coaching job intensifies. The race for the Warriors coaching job could now turn out to be a battle of Dutch mentors after former Highlanders gaffer Hendrikus Piet de Jong reportedly threw in his name in the hat just before the new year.